going live super early with some audio checks. If anybody is out there listening, can you hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Running into a few issues here. Check. Check one, check two, check one, check two. Check, check. Okay, so Russ Zito, you can hear me loud and clear, Russ? Should I be louder? Should I be softer? What's the, give me the details, loud and clear. Okay, interesting. Because in my headset, I am not loud and clear. All right. That's why we go very early live here to work out all the kinks of the first meet. So don't mind me as I talk to myself and I work through this here. Check, check. Oh, there we go. But I'm only getting sound in one side here. Okay, we can work on that. We can work on that tonight or tomorrow. Why am I only getting... Nope, nothing off. That is weird. Thank you, Adam. Sounds great. For some reason, I'm only getting sound in my headphones, one of the headphones, not the other. But that's fine, as long as you all can hear. Oh, I think it just clicked over. There we go. As long as everyone out there can hear me, will be great. All right, I'm going to go on mute for a little while here. We're still bright and early. 3:27. Nope, that went off again. Interesting. So 3:27 our time. I think we're starting closer to 4. I'll be back on in a few minutes, guys. So thank you. Appreciate everyone being on. check, 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 check. Back here again. Yep, sound went out, back on, still good. All right, Russ, you're my man out there. Appreciate it. Appreciate the help. So we are early. You are watching warm-ups right now. Should be a good distance session. We'll kick this off for real in about 10 minutes. I'm still waiting on heat sheets and other things that I need, connections to the scoreboard and all of that, but we should be ready to go right on time. So appreciate all of you giving me, especially Russ and Adam, giving me the status of our sound. I'll be back. You will hear probably the part of the sound cut off right now. I'm going to mute my headset mic. Just had some good news here on the chat. A quick shout out to Andrea Kavik, Dustin Hall, watching live from South Florida. Andrea watching her brother Nick. Dustin, a stud offensive lineman for the University of South Florida Bulls. So appreciate you guys checking in. Hope all is well down there in sunny Florida. Hey, Russ, that's a good question. It's anglerfish, correct? Trust me, I don't take any offense to it. I think I called them everything under the sun last time, but it's anglerfish, right? The last one you wrote. Oh, Russ, now I need you and you're not responding? Come on. Where is my Russ Zito out there? Anglerfish. All right. Perfect. Anglerfish. Still only here. Can you put them on to see if you can hear? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes? Only one. Yeah, that's fine. All right, folks, so good afternoon and welcome to Seekonk High School. Opening meet of the 2021-22 short course season. Test, 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 test. Nope. You might have to just keep it off your ears slightly. Sorry, folks. First meet, working through some technical difficulties here. I have a very demanding partner that is helping me here. Needs the volume level absolutely perfect. Stay with me here. Bad start to the day, but we're going to try and figure this out. Now? Better? Nope, still loud. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Different? Better? Oh, okay. Better? All right. Sorry, folks. It's amateur hour here at the Mayor's Natatorium on the beautiful campus of Seekonk High School on this beautiful fall Friday afternoon. Jeremy Abreu alongside my helper, Elisa Pelchat, manning the camera today for our opener of the short course season. This is the distance session tonight. We should have a great weekend of swimming coming up. We'll start you off with the 200 IM. We'll transition to the 4 IM. 500 freestyle will close it out. 3 events on the day for tonight before we get into a larger, much longer session tomorrow morning. So a full weekend of swimming here at Seekonk High School for everyone. I know there's a parking lot full of parents today. So my suggestion for the weekend, folks, each session is going to be like a 4-hour session. So depending on where you're coming from, if you can avoid sitting in the parking lot for 4 hours, you'd probably be better off going home or going somewhere else. The coverage in Seekonk High School parking lot is not very good from an internet perspective. So you may be better off watching this from somewhere else. But again, it is solely your choice, up to you. We have 20 viewers so far I know we have Gators, Crimson, and Anglerfish here. I believe we have Commonwealth, Kingfish. If you are a parent of one of the non-Gators teams, can you just jump into the live stream and let me know that your parent group and your team got the links correctly for the live stream? I don't want anybody missing out on any of our sessions here this weekend. We've been doing this since early in 2020. We've improved our production for the OGs who have been with us since the very beginning. We started out with one camera, panning and tilting over at Pods in East Providence. We moved over to Seekonk, gave us a little more latitude for a bigger production. Now have 3 cameras. We have a start end camera, a turn end camera, and a kind of a wide shot which encompasses most of the pool. Elisa Pelchat will be doing the switching on that as we move along. We do have scoreboard integration in your top right-hand corner that you will be able to see all of your children's times and places and splits, assuming the data is flowing correctly today, which we hope it does. Storm is here, Anglerfish here. Yep, we got the link from the Storm coaches. All right, Mark, thank you. Mark Richardson, shout out to you, appreciate that. Good to hear that the links are making it out to the listening audience. 3:55 Friday afternoon, TGIF, and the opener for the 2021-22 season. Once again, I am Jeremy Abreu. I'll be bringing you all the action here this weekend. I feel like it's been a very long off season. We stopped, when I say we, my daughters swim for Gators. We concluded practices right around the end of July. So as we typically do, and I think is the custom with most teams, they have August off. Seemed like a really long August, a long September. Now the kids have a chance to show what they've been doing for the beginning part of the season, all those practices and double sessions. So we should be in for a great session here tonight. We have a lot of parent volunteers, so thank you to all the parent volunteers. We're almost back to a full complement of parents that are needed. We have timers, we have door marshals, we have officials as always. We have clock operators, we have video camera monitors. So we have everybody in full effect here this afternoon at Seekonk High School. You're currently watching the start end camera. Many of the swimmers practicing their starts in the beginning. Here, of course, COVID's still with us, believe it or not. Who would have thought in February and March of 2020 we'd still be dealing, this would have been going on well into late 2021, but here we are, no parents allowed inside the building. So we are live streaming here from Brown. Kelly Hardison. Hello, Kelly. Thanks for checking in. Up to 30 people on the live stream. So I would ask you all that have the links for this weekend, get them out to all of your families, all of your friends, neighbors, school teachers, whoever you want to get this out to. We typically have been getting about over 100, 150 viewers per session. I think with all of the teams this week, we can probably do more than that for this meet. So get that link out to everyone, family, friends. It's hot in here, very hot. So we have our masks on as well. Very hot in Seekonk High School, but a beautiful day outside. So for those of you in the parking lot, finding a little bit of shade, a nice fall New England day. As we head into the weekend, hopefully the Patriots can get back on track. They'll be traveling down to Houston for a 1 o'clock game on Sunday. Very bad showing for the Red Sox last night. So the highs of highs, beating the Yankees in the one-game play-in. And then they go to Tropicana Field last night in Tampa and get destroyed by the Rays. So they're down 1-0. Game 2, I believe, is tonight. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure Game 2 is tonight. More timers are entering the building. Kat Lee, Jeff Richards, Jason Gravlin. We have Mike and Diane Kavik. Ben Ferreira. Bethany Rossi also here. Timing, Dave Kaiser. So a lot of volunteer parents appreciate everyone's help. There's some parents that I don't know who they are, so I apologize for that, but you are appreciated as well. Just know that you are appreciated. 4 o'clock here. Pool has been cleared. So we should be getting underway momentarily here from Seekonk High School.
Good afternoon. Just a couple of reminders, swimmers, you must keep your masks on at all times. No chin diapers. That means the mask must cover your nose and your mouth, please. So no chin diapers. Masks at all times. The dining well will be open for warm up and warm down, but please no loitering in the dining well. We will do flyover starts this afternoon. We will do flyover starts. Just a reminder, we are providing timing for all of the events this evening. You are required to provide your own counter for 500. Both the 400 IM and the 500 free, we will swim fast to slow. So 4 IM, 500 free are being swum fast to slow.
So you heard Ray Grant there. Maybe you did over the loudspeaker. 400 IM, 500 will be swam fast to slow.
On the wall behind each lane, so you can hang your mask up when you swim. As soon as your race is over and once the next one is begun, please climb out of the pool.
So any swimmers in the 500 need to provide their own timer. So the moment of truth is going to be shortly to see if this scoreboard integration works today. It can be finicky, so we will see. Looks like the officials are ready. We have the swimmers lined up on the blocks. Looks like we have lane 1 will be open, so for your viewing orientation, lane 1 is closest to the camera. Lane 6 is furthest. We're going to have swimmers in lanes 2 through 6. We will get you.
This afternoon, event number 1 is the 1200 200 IM. There are 4 heats. Heat 1 on the blocks, please.
We will get you those starting assignments as soon as we get underway here. And the whistle has blown. Kids are getting up on the blocks. And we are underway with our first heat of the afternoon. The mixed 12 and under 200 IM. The scoreboard integration is not working right now, of course. We'll figure out how we can get that thing going live. Lane 2, we got Vivian Woodsmall. Lane 3, Hannah Diaz. Lane 4, Violet Woodsmall. Lane 5, Lucas Fritsch. And in lane 6, Benjamin Morse. So Fritsch, 12 years old from Anglerfish, out to the early lead. In lane 5. Fritsch running away right now in lane 5. Yeah, we can. It's about as zoomed as we're going to get right now. All right, so no scoreboard integration right now. We'll have to work on that. Not sure we're going to get it live tonight, but we'll work to get that live this weekend for sure. So Fritz in lane 5. Lucas, a 12-year-old from Anglerfish. No time coming in. Looks like it's the first time he has swam the 2IM. So he's in lane 5. Looks like Lucas is wearing a headband. So I'm not sure I've seen that before. That's a first here, but whatever he's wearing is working. He's transitioned over into freestyle. He'll make his final turn in lane 5. So Lucas Fritsch will be your winner of the opening heat out of lane 5. Fritsch will go at 2:41.28 to start out our day. He'll be followed in lane 6 by Benjamin Morse. So Benjamin is a 9-year-old from Kingfish, red cap. Lane 6 at the top of the screen. He will be your second place finisher. We'll get you Ben's time momentarily. Ben will touch it, a 3:09.12. Battle for third will be between Parker in 1 and Diaz in 3. It looks like it will be Parker Vincent from Crimson. He'll take third out of lane 1, 3:31.02. So Fritsch, Morse, Vincent, 1, 2, 3 in that order. As we finish our first heat of the afternoon. Once again, event 1, the mixed 12 and under 200 IM. I'm going to minimize that scoreboard a little bit, but I'm keeping it on. Heat number 2. Lane 2 is open. Reese Caldwell in 1, Ben Woodsmall in 2, Rory Caldwell in 4, Holden Thompson Bowman in 5, and Madison Mannion in lane 6. Ben Woodsmall comes in with the top time here, 3:14.48. He's a 10-year-old from Gators. Woodsmall is in lane 3. Once again, lane 1 closest to the camera, lane 6 furthest away at the top of your screen, and it is Ben Woodsmall leading and pacing the way here. Reese and Rory Caldwell in lanes 1 and 4 respectively, right behind. But it is Woodsmall who has opened up the lead, similar to what we saw with Lucas Fritsch in the opening heat. Woodsmall has jumped out to an early lead, although Caldwell in lane 4 is making a little bit of a move here. Woodsmall has about a 5-second lead at this point. He's in lane number 3, black cap, yellow lettering. It's from the Gators. So he'll make his turn over to breaststroke. 1:30.26, his split. He's about 7 seconds ahead of Reese Caldwell now. So Reese and Rory battling lanes 1 and 4. It was Reese who touched first out of the sisters. So Reese in second place right now. Rory in third, although it looks like Rory has taken over on this breaststroke leg in lane 4, and she has. So Woodsmall is your leader in lane 3, followed by Rory Caldwell in lane 4. Reese Caldwell, third place in lane 1. First swim meet of the season, always good as a measuring stick to see how training has gone over the first month or month and a half of the season thus far. We typically don't see a lot of best times in the first meet of the season. Obviously, the kids are not tapered. They've only been swimming probably for 4 to 6 weeks. Definitely takes the body a little bit of time to get back in and acclimated. In the water as Ben Woodsmall makes his final turn in the freestyle here. We'll get you his time. He came in with a 3:14.48. It's going to be close to that time. And he'll go a 3:15.33. So Ben Woodsmall in lane 3, your Heat 2 winner, followed by Rory Caldwell in lane 4. Sister Reese will take third in lane 1. So Woodsmall, Caldwell, 1, 2, 3 in that order in Heat 2 of 4. So we'll move on to heat number 3. Looks like we'll have a full pool of racers here. Libby Kaiser in 1, Michael Brown in 2, Tamsin Burden in 3, Brooke Abbott in 4, Avery Abreu in 5, and Wiley Shawner Laird in lane 6. So it's Tamsin Burden and Brooke Abbott out to the early lead. Burden, 12 years old from Commonwealth. Abbott, a 10-year-old from Kingfish. It will be Burden, 35-37 after the butterfly. They'll transition into the backstroke. So it is Tamsin Burden from Commonwealth. She comes in with a 2:50.86 best time. She's about 2.5 to 3 seconds ahead of Abbott in lane 4 right now, as they're motoring along in the backstroke, always looking at keeping their heads back, good shoulder rotation, keeping those hips up. Hips are a little down, sign of fatigue, but she's moving in to the breaststroke with a 5-second lead on Abbott. So Tamsin Burden in lane 3 from Commonwealth. She's got the silver cap on. Pulling away now in the breaststroke leg of this 200 IM. So 1 and 2 have pretty already carved out their places here. I don't see anyone catching Tamsin Burden or Brooke Abbott. Burden's going to touch and make the turn to the freestyle. A good probably 10 to 12 seconds ahead of Abbott. So Burden, again, a 12-year-old from Commonwealth. Looks like Avery Abreu in lane 5 is in third place right now. She's a 9-year-old from Gators. But it is Tamsin Burden in lane 3. She will take heat number 3 of the 200 IM this afternoon. She came in with a 250.86. And she'll go out with a 238.05. So a 12-second drop for Burden. Great swim there by Tamsin. Brooke Abbott will take second. We don't have a time on Brooke. She may have had a soft touch there in lane 4. So, oh, well, that's not the right time, but third place will come out of lane 2. So it was Michael Brown taking third. So Burden, Abbott, Brown, 1, 2, 3 in that order, and that's it for heat number 3. We'll move into heat number 4. Lane 5 is open. We have in lane 1, Gabriel Oliva Booth in lane 2, Annabelle Hoover in lane 3, Henry Michael in lane 4, Joey Eady in lane 5, Hamza Malian in lane 6, Maeve Gleason. So lane 5 is open, so we do not have Hamza Mali in lane 5. Swimmers in lanes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So it's Oliva Booth, the 12-year-old from Anglerfish, leading the way right now. Followed very closely by Henry Michael in lane 3, another 12-year-old. Joey Eady in the mix in lane 4, as is Annabelle Hoover in lane 2. So pretty tightly contested group of swimmers here. It is Henry Michael, though, middle of your pool, black cap with white graphics. He's your leader. Looking very strong in the breaststroke. His Commonwealth teammates cheering him on the far end of the pool, as you can see. Looks like Eady has moved into second place now in lane 4. So Michael and Eady, 1 and 2 right now. Annabelle Hoover occupying third place. She's making a move, though, on Eady in lane 4. She's about a half a second behind Eady. But Henry Michael remains your leader in lane 3. He'll make that flip turn on the far end and come from home. So Eady's going to try and catch him here. Henry's been in the lead the whole race. Will Eady catch Michael? And he won't. It will be Henry Michael taking it. 227.06, Joey Eady. 227.19. Third place will be Annabelle Hoover. 232.39. So that'll be a wrap for the 2IM. We'll move into the 4IM. This is event number 2. Lane 1, Ray Whitaker. Lane 2, Tommy Hagar. Lane 3, Hubert Wang. Lane 4, Theo Baudet. Lane 5, Brian Zapata. And in lane 6, Henry Baconi Schur. All these swimmers 17 years old. So we promise, folks, we're going to work on that scoreboard integration for you. There was a lot of confusion and technical difficulties before the meet, so we really didn't get to do a dry run on that. We'll make sure we get that done tomorrow morning prior to the session to make sure we get all of our settings right and the data is flowing. So your leaders are coming from lanes 2 and 3. Tommy Hagar from Commonwealth, Hubert Wang also from Commonwealth. They're your leaders right now out of lanes 2 and 3. Theo Baudet in lane 4 occupying third place right now. Looks like Hagar extending a little bit of a lead here during the backstroke. Strong underwaters by Hagar. Head is very still in the water. One thing you'll start to see at this 75-yard mark are the hips will start to drop a little bit in the water. A little bit of fatigue at this point in the race. You'll see Hagar's doing a pretty good job of keeping those hips up as he extends his lead over his teammate Hubert Wang in lane 3. So it will be Hagar with the bucket turn, moving into the breaststroke. So we'll see if Wang can make a move here. Zapata from Anglerfish has caught up to Baudet in lane 4 and 5. Baudet in lane 4 with the yellow cap. Zapata in lane 5 with the blue cap from Anglerfish. Baudet still holding on to that third place lead. So Tommy Hagar in lane 2 starting to run away with it. Has opened up a pretty big lead during the breaststroke. And don't look now, but Ray Whitaker in lane 1 has caught up to Wang in lane 3. So now the race for second is between Whitaker and Wang as they'll make the turn into the freestyle, and it is Ray Whitaker who has taken over second place. Tommy Hagar is running away with it in lane 2, but Whitaker turns second, followed by Wang in lane 3. So Hagar continuing to look very strong here in our opening heat of the 400 IM. He'll make the turn for his final 50, and it is Hubert Wang who has taken back second place from Whitaker. So Whitaker made a strong push during the breaststroke, had the lead going into the freestyle for second place, but it is Hubert Wang out of lane 3 who looks like he will take second. Tommy Hagar will take first with a time of 4:07:09. Wang will take second, 4:12:13. Whitaker will take third, 4:15:30. So great opening race there in the 400 IM. There are 9 heats of 400 IM. Second heat is on the blocks. Sam Kraft in lane 1, Davis Bonebreak in 2, Kai Shinkyo in lane 3, Natalie Mannion in lane 4, Ryan Carners in lane 5, and Ruby Groves from Gators in lane 6. Top time coming in belongs to Kai Shinkyo. He's also the youngest in this heat at 13 years old, 4:18:81 for Shinkyo. It is Bonebreak from Commonwealth who is out to the early lead. He's followed by Shinkyo in lane 4. Connors in lane 5. Okay, so the swimmers will need to provide their own counter for the 500, not a timer. So it looks like we have enough timers for all of the events tonight. The swimmers just need to get their own counter. Typically, the swimmers will have one of their teammates count for them, so parental involvement should not be needed on that. Davis Bonebreak here in lane 2 remains the leader, followed by Kai Shinkyo in lane 3. So Shinkyo burst upon the scene last year as a 12-year-old swimmer. It's aged up and is still showing that great form that worked so well for him last year. Natalie Mannion is in 3rd place here in lane 4. So we got Bonebreak, Shinkyo, Mannion, 2, 3, 4 in lanes 2, 3, and 4. They're your leaders. Shinkyo closing the gap a little bit on Bonebreak here as they move into the breaststroke. We've seen Shinkyo make up some pretty significant gaps last year, and it looks like he is making up the gap on Davis Bonebreak. It is Kai Shinkyo who has taken over the lead. He's in lane 3, the 13-year-old from Gators. Very strong breaststroker. As you can see, touched the wall almost simultaneously with Bonebreak, actually a little behind him going into the breaststroke. And he's built about a 3-second lead as he'll finish his final 50 in the breaststroke. So it is Shinkyo, Bonebreak, and Natalie Mannion, 1, 2, 3 in that order here in our second of 9 heats of the 4IM from Seekonk High School in beautiful Seekonk, Massachusetts. Shinkyo remains your leader as he will make the turn to freestyle. So what a dramatic turn of events here. Davis Bonebreak got out to a very early lead, but Shinkyo has now built a 6-second lead swimming out of lane 3 on the strength of his breaststroke in the 4IM. So Shinkyo will hit the wall, make his final turn, final 50 turn. So it will be Kai Shinkyo, the youngest swimmer in this heat. 13 years old from Gators. He'll take it. He'll go a 4:15.66. Bonebreak will go a 4:19.55. Mannion will take 3rd. She will go a 4:28.56. So the story here, Kai Shinkyo, he'll drop 3 seconds on his best time. 4:15.66 for Shinkyo. Here in heat number 2, Ryan Connors will take 4th out of lane 5. Groves will take 5th. And Sam Kraft will take 6th. Heat 3 of 9, 400 IM, Henley Chen in lane 1, Charlie Hoover in 2, Tegan Jeffers in 3, Meredith Teague in 4, Emily Richardson in 5, and Jada Green in lane 6. So a shout out to Jada's father, Jamar. Haven't seen him in a while. Hope all is well, my friend. So Henley Chen from Commonwealth leading the way in lane 1. 17-year-old swimmer came in with a time of 4:49.78. Meredith Teague making a move. Now in lane 4, Jada Green right there. Very strong butterfly swimmer. Jada Green in lane 6. But it is Henley Chen. He'll be your leader as they transition over to the backstroke, followed closely by Meredith Teague in lane 4. I believe Teague has recently changed teams, used to be on Gators. It's like she has made the transition over to Commonwealth this year. So Chen and Teague in lanes 1 and 4 are the leaders. Charlie Hoover, the 15-year-old, in lane 2. She will be in 3rd place right now. Typically the part of the 4 a.m. right here where the legs get very tired. That second 50. So Henley Chen remains firmly in the lead, transitioning over to breaststroke. Teague still second, Hoover third. Tegan Jeffers also in the mix in lane 3, as are Richardson and Green in lanes 5 and 6. So good competitive race here. Henley Chen remains the leader in lane 1. He'll move into his second 50. So Teague is still in second by 1/10 of a second. So Charlie Hoover making a move here with the breaststroke. Obviously a very strong breaststroker. Charlie Hoover, the 15-year-old from Commonwealth. She will be battling Meredith Teague down the stretch here for second place. Tegan Jeffers may have something to say about that as well. But it is Hoover occupying second by 1/10 of a second over Meredith Teague as they move into the freestyle. Teague is a very strong freestyler here. So let's see if Hoover can maintain that lead. Henley Chen will finish up in a, nope, he won't finish up. A little ahead of myself. One more 50 for Henley in lane 1, but it is Meredith Teague who has pulled ahead in second, and now Tegan Jeffers takes over 3rd place from Hoover. So Henley Chen will come in first. Tegan Jeffers in 4th, 1.5 in this race, is now in 3rd. Meredith Teague, though, holding on to second place. It's going to come down to this final 25 freestyle here. Can Teague hold off Jeffers? Meredith Teague in lane 4. Tegan Jeffers in lane 3 from the storm. It's going to be down to the wire, and it will be Tegan Jeffers, 4:47.05. Meredith Teague goes a 4:47.10, so 5/100ths of a second separate second and third there, but your overall winner for Heat 3, Henley Chen, 4:33.50. Lightning Warfare here at Seekonk High School. We're off and running on Heat number 4. Angela Parasolt in lane 1, Carmen Bunt in lane 2, Braylon Wilson in lane 3, Ayana Folger in lane 4, Allie Brown in 5, and Avery Cover in lane 6. So Cover, your youngest swimmer in this heat, 12-year-old from Anglerfish. Braylon Wilson, the early leader in lane 3. had the pleasure of meeting Braylon's father, Randy, who is an official, but for the context of this comment, more importantly, is a Yankee fan. So just giving Randy a shout out there. I hope he enjoyed the game the other night as the Red Sox sent the Yankees packing. And an early start to golf season. So Wilson in the lead in lane 3. A good butterfly start for her, continuing her momentum in the backstroke. Ayanna Folger in lane 4. She's in second. Carmen Bunt in lane 2, looks to be occupying third right now. Maybe we'll get to see Randy this weekend officiating at some point. Have some good-natured banter. I haven't seen him in the live chat hop in yet, so Randy may be tied up this afternoon. I'm sure he'll be tuning in this weekend, and his daughter Braylon putting in a great performance so far in heat number 4 of the 4IM. Braylon is your leader. She's in lane 3 in the middle of the pool. White cap. She'll close out the breaststroke here. Ayanna Folger in lane 4, Carmen Bunt in lane 2. So Bunt making a move here. Good pullout by Carmen Bunt in lane 2, and that has taken her into second place. So Carmen Bunt, the 14-year-old from Gators, lane number 2 with the yellow cap, in second and making a strong close on Braylon Wilson here in third. So here we go, folks. Bunt in lane 2, Wilson in lane 3, and it is Carmen Bunt who has taken over the lead on the back of a very strong breaststroke leg of this 400 IM. She'll touch the wall and make the turn for home with about a 1.5-second lead over Braylon Wilson. Wilson has led this thing from the start, but Bunt, with the strong breaststroke performance, has catapulted herself into the lead. She's in lane 2, Wilson in lane 3, Folger from Commonwealth in lane 4. So once again, lanes 2, 3, and 4 leading the way, 1, 2, 3. Bunt will go into the final 50 with about a 3/4 of a second lead on Braylon Wilson. So Carmen Bunt, the 14-year-old from Gators, came in with a 4:56.35. She will be your winner. She'll go a 4:49.49. Wilson will take second, 4:52.66. Folger takes third, 4:53.36. So the 4:49 represents about a 7-second drop for Carmen Bunt. So congratulations to Carmen as we move into heat number 5. Alex Strand in lane 1, Quinn Cute in 2, Josie Stevens in 3, Katie Tesson in 4, Ella Kunanen in 5, and Anya Rao in lane number 6. Top time belongs to Josie Stevens, so she's a 14-year-old from the Storm. 4:59.34. Tesson also comes in sub 5 minutes here, 4:59.88. They're in lanes 3 and 4 respectively. So Stevens remains your leader in lane 3. Okay, we lost our sound for a second there, folks. We're back. We are back, and it is Josie Stevens in 3 and Anya Rao in lane 6. So Rao, a 16-year-old from Commonwealth. Strand from Commonwealth, Cute from Gators, Stevens from Storm, Tesson from Kingfish, Kunanen from Storm, and Anya Rao from Commonwealth. She's in lane number 6 once again. We're over 50 viewers, so once again, thank you for taking the time to join us here. We're at Seekonk High School for the opening distance session of the season opening short course meet. We'll be here all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Food and drink donations are welcome into the video production table at any point this weekend. I am not too, like TLC once said, I'm not too proud to beg. My first dad joke of the night or of the weekend. There will be many more. I'm dating myself with TLC, but I gotta own it. So that's one thing I will say. The parents of swimmers on all teams have been extremely generous to myself and whoever is helping me all of last year. It was seemingly every meet. Yes, it was seemingly every meet that we had food and drink being sent in by parents to us, and it was certainly appreciated. So thank you to all of you who were so kind last year. But folks, we're in this year now. So the slate is wiped clean. Everybody's on that even playing field. So we're seeing a changing of the guard here in lane 4. Katie Tesson from Kingfish with the red cap in lane 4 has taken over the lead. See, I'm getting some compliments on the live stream. Love the dad joke. Listen, Colleen, don't get me going. I have dad jokes for the whole weekend. They're going to be coming fast and furious here, as my wife somewhere is cringing hearing that. Tesson in lane 4 from Kingfish has really looked strong in the back half of this 400 IM. Powering through on the breaststroke and in the freestyle. She's really broken away from Stevens. At one point, Josie Stevens had a pretty good lead, but it will be Katie Tesson, the 16-year-old from Kingfish, in lane 4. She will take heat number 5 in a time of 4:52.71. Anya Rao, Commonwealth, will take second, and third place will come from lane 1. That's Alex Strand from Commonwealth. So Tesson, Rao, Strand, 1, 2, 3 in that order. And that's a wrap on heat number 5. Folks, wait till we get to the 500 because there's a lot of dead time. A lot of time I have to fill talking in the 500. That's when the dad jokes really come out. Heat number 6 is off and running in lane 1. Autumn Card in lane 2. Gerhard Hoover in lane 3. Peter Coleman in lane 4. William Wu in lane 5. Reese Gravlin, and in lane 6, Leo Tran. Top time coming in belongs to Peter Coleman from Kingfish. He's in lane 3. Middle of the pool, red cap, 5:08.50. The time coming in for Coleman. So Peter Coleman off to a strong start in lane 3. Tightly grouped bunch of swimmers as we start off here. So Coleman being pushed on both sides. Gerhard Hoover and 2, William Wu in lane 4. It will be Coleman, though, after the butterfly. Almost a 1-second lead on Hoover in lane 2. William Wu in third place in lane number 3. And if you have a swimmer swimming in the 500, I would say to you right now, buckle up, folks. There are 17 heats of the 500. You gotta think, looking at the times, the average is 5 to 6 minutes. So if you're already starting, and you should at this point, right? 4:46, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Get on that couch, crack open a nice frosty beverage if you do not have to drive, of course. We do not advocate drinking and driving here. But if you don't have to drive, bust out that frosty beverage, because we're going to be here for almost 2 hours for the 500. Gerhard Hoover is taken over first, and don't look now, but Leo Tran in lane number 6 at the top of the screen has taken over second place. So Gerhard Hoover, the 13-year-old from Commonwealth, I'm going to hit you with a dad joke at the conclusion of this heat that may be one of the corniest I've ever told. So that should be fun. As you watch Hoover here in lane number 2, leading the way. Tran in second in lane 6, so haven't been many winners so far tonight from the outside lanes, which usually holds true. And there probably won't be here, but Leo Tran making a good push in lane 6. Tran, a 12-year-old from Anglerfish. One of 3 12-year-olds in this heat. Reese Gravlin and William Wu being the other 2. So Hoover has transitioned over into the freestyle. He will take heat number 6. Good to see a lot of new faces here at Seekonk High School. There were a lot of swimmers who have changed teams, a lot of things happening in New England swimming. So we have the start of the Rhode Island Aquatic Club. We had some changes at the top of Bluefish in New England. So it will be Gerhard Hoover, 4:46.81 for Hoover. He'll take first. Leo Tran will take second. Tran will take second. Third place will be Peter Coleman in lane 3. So a good race right there. Card in lane 1 and Gravelin will finish up in lane 5 as I hit you with dad joke number 2. How do you find Will Smith in the snow? You give up. You look for his fresh prints. We are off on heat number 7 as I make myself laugh and I dodge the rotten fruit that is being thrown at me. Lane number 1, Sarah Callahan. Lane 2, Drew McDonald. Lane 3, Preston Dice. Lane 4, Samuel Morse. Lane 5, Rachel Ruminer. And lane 6, Kara Wilson. Again, if my wife is listening, she is cringing. If my daughters heard me tell that joke for like the 3rd or 4th time, they would be looking to hide and change their last name. But it's all in good fun here at Seekonk High School. You got to pass the time one way or the other. So Preston Dice in lane 3, 15-year-old from the Storm, battling right now with Drew McDonald in lane 2 for first. Dice and McDonald 1 and 2. Third place occupied by Sarah Callahan. She's 12 in lane 1. William Hoover with some nice words. Thank you, William. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed watching Gerhardt with a solid performance in that last heat, number 6. So Drew McDonald opening up his lead in lane number 2. Drew McDonald in lane 2 has opened up a sizable lead in the backstroke. So McDonald, a 13-year-old from Commonwealth, he comes in with a 5:28.89. He'll make his turn into the breaststroke. Samuel Morse in lane 4 from Kingfish. He's in second, followed by Preston Dice in third. But it is Drew McDonald from Commonwealth, the 13-year-old, firmly in the lead right now out of lane 2. He's swimming with the black cap, gray letters. Dice and Morse in lanes 3 and 4. They're battling. I'm losing my voice already today. Excuse me. So Dice making a move, looking to catch up to McDonald here. McDonald had a pretty sizable lead after trailing Dice. I don't think I'm saying Preston's last name right. Dias? D-Y-E-S-S? Dias. If we have Preston's parents out there, if on the live stream you want to give me a phonetic spelling in the live chat, that would be great, but I believe it's Dias. So Preston Dias in lane 3. He'll make the turn. He's your leader in heat number 7 of 9 in this 400 IM. Drew McDonald second, Samuel Morse in third. So if McDonald is going to make a move and catch Dias, he's going to have to do it here. Morse making a little bit of a move on second place. Dias makes his turn. So Preston Dias, the 15-year-old from the Storm, will take heat number 7 in a time of 5:01.97. The race for second will go to McDonald, 5:04.83. 5:05.15 the time for Morse, coming in third. So Colleen, I noticed you made a comment on my first dad joke, but the second dad joke was met with a lot of silence out there. I'm guessing that's on a corny level. It was probably 10 out of 10 as we move into heat number 8. Heat number 8 on the way. Lorelei Perda in lane 1. Kayla Lee in 2, Ellie Gamble in 3, Maggie Baconi Schur in 4, Grayson Murphy in lane 5, and Caroline Romano in lane 6. Like they always say, it ain't easy being cheesy, folks. Grayson Murphy, the 15-year-old in lane 5 from Kingfish. Calic Lee, the 13-year-old from Commonwealth. They are your leaders. Lanes 2 and 5. Lee with the black cap. Murphy with the red cap from Kingfish. I do not believe we saw Kingfish in here last year. So welcome to Kingfish Swimming, based I believe, out of Bristol, Rhode Island. They swim out of my alma mater, Roger Williams University. Go Hawks. It may not be the Clemson Tigers, which is the school that my esteemed sidekick went to, but we hold our own down there in Bristol. Go Hawks, go. So welcome to all of the Kingfish coaches, swimmers, and parents. Glad to have you here. Hey, listen, that sailing championship was hard fought, okay? Just because you've won a national championship in football with your little Tigers doesn't mean our sailing championship wasn't as important. Murphy in lane 5, your leader. Grayson comes in with a time of 5:46.68. Of course, another Clemson alumni, Jenny Eady, chiming in the live chat. I knew I was going to hear from Jenny. Oh, okay. Preston Dice is pronounced Dice. I had it right, then I went wrong, and then I got right again. I'm always wrong. I'm always switching. Thank you, Rebecca Stevens, for helping me with the pronunciation there. Murphy and Lee, once again, lanes 5 and lanes 2, pacing the field here. Almost a simultaneous touch on the far end, as you saw. Kayla Lee, the 13-year-old from Commonwealth Current. Looks like Lee may have actually taken the lead here in lane number 2. So it is Kayla Lee in lane number 2. The leader in the clubhouse, again, Kayla, 13 years old from the Commonwealth. 5:46.65, his time coming in. He'll make his final turn and head into the breaststroke. And Colleen, you missed my dad joke. I don't know. I can't tell it again. I mean, that's like a party foul. Don't worry, Colleen. I'll have more for you this weekend and tonight. Never mind this weekend. Tonight, as Lee and Murphy make the turn in freestyle, it's Kalik Lee in lane 2. Fatigue starting to settle in for Lee as Murphy now starts to make a move in lane number 5. Grayson Murphy from Kingfish. Both of these swimmers have very long, smooth freestyle strokes. It is Kalik Lee, though, who will enter the final 50. He'll have about a half a second lead on Grayson Murphy. So Lee in lane 2, Murphy in lane 5. It looks like Murphy right now. It is Murphy who's got about a 0.2 of a second lead as they come down the stretch. So Grayson Murphy from Kingfish in lane 5. Kalik Lee from Commonwealth in lane 2. Who's it going to be? And it will be Grayson Murphy from Kingfish, taking it 5:02.59. Lee goes a 5:03.80. Third place will come from lane 3. It will be Elle Gamble. She'll go a 5:15.34. So Grayson Murphy, kudos to you, your Heat 8 winner. That'll take us to our final heat of the 400 IM. 5:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're still working, shut the laptop, kick your feet up, and enjoy another almost 2 hours of swimming action from Seekonk High School. Moving into heat number 9 of the 400 IM. Lanes 1 and 6 will be open.
Our next event will be event number 3. It's the mixed 500 yard freestyle. There's 17 heats. Heat 1 behind the blocks, please.
Anna Safran in 2, Olivia Silva in 3, Evan Frechette in 4, and poor Parker Vincent, he's in lane 5. He lost his goggles right away. So Anna Safran, the 12-year-old from Kingfish, she comes in with no time, so this is likely her first time swimming the 4IM. 12 years old. Olivia Silver from Commonwealth in lane 3. They're your leaders. Olivia is 11 years old. She swam this before, 6:16.89 her time. And again, Parker Vincent showing some perseverance. He'll have to swim this whole race with no goggles. He dove in, the goggles went right from the eyes down to the neck. So Silver and Safran your leaders. If I could get a phonetic pronunciation on Anna's last name from any of the Kingfish parents out there, that would be great. Zafran? I'm going to go with Zafran. S-Z-A-F-R-A-N. Anna Zafran. I think that's right. That sounds right. To me, of course. Anna Zafran. Olivia Silver, 1 and 2 here in lanes numbers 2 and 3. So it looks like Parker Vincent has had enough with no goggles. So our swimmers now are in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Zafran in 2, Silver in 3, Evan Frechette in lane 4. Frechette, a 12-year-old from Gators. He came in, well, I think this is a made-up time. This could be his first 400 IM as well, 7:20 flat. So I think that's his first time. as well. This will be our final heat of the 4 a.m. and we'll transition into the 500. Zafran and Silva continuing to go head-to-head in lanes 2 and 3. Zafran in 2, Silva in lane 3. They'll move into their second 50 of the breaststroke. Anna Zafran building her lead in lane number 2. Evan Frechette motoring along here as well in lane number 4. But you can see from this angle just how close Zafran and Silva are. They've been neck and neck for the entirety of this race. The lead going back and forth at times between Zafran and Silva. Right now it is Anna Zafran from Kingfish, the leader in the clubhouse, as she makes her turn into the freestyle. About a half a body length lead on Silva. Great performance by Silva, the 11-year-old. So she looks like she swam it before, and she has a time of 6:16.89. So a great time for Olivia Silva. But it is Anna Zafran in lane 2, starting to extend that lead as she will hit the wall and move into her final 50. This is where I wish I had bios of all the swimmers. You know, like what school they go to, like what their favorite food is, their favorite athlete. It would be nice to have bio information to fill time, but I don't, so we just have to fill it other ways with dad jokes. Anna Zafran will take it here in lane number 2. She'll close out the 4 a.m. with a time of 5:46.94. Olivia Silva will take second in lane number 3. She'll go a 5:56.46. So a very impressive performance by Zafran and Silva. Evan Frechette finishing up, making his final turn. So Frechette finishes up 6:33.73 for Evan, and that's a wrap on the 4 a.m. And we are moving into the long and arduous 500 freestyle. 17 heats, folks. Leading us off, heat number 1, Natalie Mannion in 1, Davis Bonebreak in 2. Hubert Wang in 3, Theo Baudet in 4, Jaden Bunt in lane 5, and Tommy Hagar in lane 6. So each of the swimmers has a counter for them except Tommy Hagar in lane 6. Nobody's counting for Tommy. Hopefully one of his Commonwealth teammates will get over to lane 6 and count for the poor guy. He's actually out in front. So it looks like Tommy's on his own here. Tommy Hagar in lane 6, the 17-year-old from Commonwealth. There has not been a Commonwealth teammate to go down and count for him. So he's going to have to do this one on his own, although being 17, I'm sure he's not his first rodeo. He will be the bell swimmer most likely, or near the bell. Hubert Wang may have something to say about that as he's moved into first place in lane number 3. Just thinking of fall activities on this beautiful weekend while we will be here in the pool. Apple picking, always one of my favorites. You know, I love to just stand out there dressed a little too warm for the day, getting chased by honeybees. That's always, you know, a favorite of mine. I end up leaving the orchard spending about $60 when if I bought those same apples at the market, it probably would have been $2.38. But yeah, you know, it's the experience. So, such a great New England activity. Apple picking. Foliage, another wonderful thing to do in New England. I mean, who doesn't just love driving around looking for tree leaves that are at various stages of death and dying for the beautiful colors, right? Who doesn't love that? So I'll be missing out on all of those things while I bring each and every one of you the action from the Mayor's Natatorium this weekend at Seekonk High School. Hubert Wang starting to run away with it. Tommy Hagar a distant second right now. What other fall activities do you do? Get them into the live chat for me here. Pumpkin picking. That's another one. I kind of put pumpkin picking in with the apple picking. Usually you go to that one place. It's got them. Roger Williams Zoo. Yup. It's also time to hustle out and get your mums for the front steps. Pansies, your mums. You know, make sure your front porch is nicely decorated for the fall. We got Halloween right around the corner. I haven't been to Lowe's or Home Depot lately, but I would venture a guess that the Christmas trees are already out. Yes, and it is Hubert Wang in lane 3. He'll take it. 443.73. Tommy Hagar will take second out of lane number 6. 454.46. Third place will be Davis Bonebreak in lane 2. 456.67. So yes, I would venture a guess that at Home Depot and Lowe's, the Christmas trees are already out. Someone confirm that for me in the live chat. Heat number 2, Nick Kavik in lane 2, Ray Whitaker in lane 1, Ray Whitaker in 2, Sam Kraft in 3, Henry Bacone Schur in 4, Mateo Smith in 5, and Meredith Teague in lane 6. This is heat number 2 of 17 of your 500 freestyle. But I feel each year Christmas gets longer and longer. And, you know, those holiday... Yeah, right? I mean, I feel Halloween kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Thanksgiving, we just skip right over that. So I know in my house, I catch, or in my circle of friends, I catch a lot of slack because we have been putting our Christmas trees up earlier and earlier every year. So we would start usually Black Friday. Day after Thanksgiving, you put them up. You know, a week after Christmas, you take them down. Well, about 10 years ago, we started going, we're going to do it a week before Thanksgiving. You know, just so we can enjoy Black Friday, we're going to do it before. It has gotten to the point now where that calendar changes from October to November, and I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I'm full-blown Christmas come November 1st. Trees, decorations, lights, everything else. Is anybody else out there like me? Or are you a last-minute decorator? My rationale for this, as you watch Mateo Smith in the lead right now, early on in lane number 5, top of the screen, yellow cap. My rationale is I want to enjoy it. I don't want to put a tree up in all these nice lights and then take it down 2 or 3 weeks later. I want to enjoy it. So there have to be some other early birds out there like me. Let me hear from you in the live chat. When do you put up your Christmas decorations? I won't even say Christmas tree. I'll say, when do you put up your Christmas decorations? Again, once that calendar switches over to November, I'm booting all these fall decorations my wife has up. I'm kicking them right to the curb. It's Christmas time. Halfway through here, Mateo Smith in 5, Ray Whitaker in lane 2. Leading the way, Nick Kavik following closely behind in lane 1. Now, folks, in the live chat, don't be shy with telling me, don't you all type at once. The live chat is a little quiet right now. And Kelly, Kelly Hardison, I feel bad for Kelly's comment. Scoreboard is an exciting upgrade. Oh yeah, if it works. Kelly, don't worry, we're gonna get that thing going next weekend. Next session tomorrow, not next weekend. So Smith and Whitaker continuing to lead and pace the field 3/4 of the way through here. It is Smith by about 0.3 of a second right now. Smith, Whitaker, Kavik, 1, 2, 3 in our second heat of the 500. There's the bell for Smith and Whitaker. 0.7 of a second the lead for Mateo over Ray Whitaker in lane 2. Kavik will be in third and remains in third. Will Kavik catch Whitaker? I don't think he will. So it looks like we'll have Smith, Whitaker, Kavik, 1, 2, 3 in our second heat. And it is Smith, Whitaker, Kavik, 1, 2, 3. Smith goes a 5.0036. Whitaker goes a 5.0082. Kavik goes a 5.0473. Take us on to heat number 3. Old friend Megan Huntley in lane 1, Alex Salima in 2, Kenzie Driscoll in 3, Ben Connors in 4, Ella Derby in 5, Keith Hartman in lane 6. Megan Huntley, a former Gators or Seacoast swimmer, now swimming for Crimson. Also a Narragansett Beach lifeguard. Got to see Megan a lot this summer. Many swimmers in New England swimming are swimmers at Narragansett Beach. Ruby Groves on Gators, another lifeguard down at Narragansett Beach. And Kelsa Dador, I saw her. She is on Crimson. Or did she move to Rhode Island Aquatic Club? I can't remember. I think Kelsa stayed at Crimson, but she is just committed to Davidson College, the college of Steph Curry. So Kelsa Dador will be swimming for Davidson. So a big congratulations to her. Must be very exciting. Beautiful area down there. So let's see where we stand right now. Ben Connors, Keith Hartman leading the way, both from Gators. Connors donning the black cap with the yellow letters, Hartman the yellow cap with the green letters. Third place, it is Ella Derby, the 17-year-old from Kingfish. So Jess Dansereau is the first to chime in a week before Christmas. But she says that she are the neighbors who usually still have them up in the spring. So she's on the far side. Jess, you're stressing me out a week before Christmas? Oh, Lord. And I guess it matters whether you go real or artificial tree as well, right? I am firmly in the artificial tree camp. I will always be born and bred artificial. Fake tree. But I like the fake tree because you can keep it up longer. You get a real tree. First of all, you drag it into the house. You get all that sap all over your hands. What a mess. Pine needles everywhere. And you know, you run that vacuum through the carpet, you know later that night you're going to be walking barefoot. Ow, ow, ooh, just stepped on a needle. That happens all the time. I don't deal with that. I got the artificial tree. I just put her up. I don't have to water it. I don't have to give it sunlight. I don't have to clean up sap. I just put the tree up and I'm done. I got the pre-lit tree. It's already lit. I plug it in. I press a button on a remote. Boom, we're done. We're ready for decorations. So, Jess, you're stressing me out. Jenny Edie says Joey keeps a small artificial tree in his room. You know what? I like that idea. I like the lights all year round as well. As you watch Ben Connors opening up a little bit of a lead on Hartman. Keep an eye on that one. Ben, of course, and his twin brother Ryan, standout swimmers on the Gator swim team. Both 15-year-olds, also standout swimmers at Attleboro High School, where they are both in their sophomore year. Hartman, 14 years old, a freshman at Barrington High School in Barrington, Rhode Island. So Connors and Hartman battling for 1-2. Ella Derby holding tight on that third place position. Oh, apple cider. I forgot about apple cider. I like apple cider, but then again, we could get into another question, a debate as you hear the bell. For who the bell tolls, it is Ben Connors, the leader in lane 4, but apple cider, cold or hot? I'm a cold guy. I like everything cold. But I know a lot of people like warm apple cider. Hartman making a late push here. At the flags, it's Connors and Hartman, and it is Ben Connors who will take it 5:12.91, Hartman 5:13.51. So good battle there. Ella Derby will take third, 5:19.28. So congratulations to Ben Connors. He is your Heat 3 victor. Once again, Hartman second, Derby third. Ella Derby, the 17-year-old from Kingfish. And we'll move on to Heat number 4. These are moving, Elisa. We're moving here. Heat number 4 underway in lane 1. Elizabeth Nestor in lane 2. Tegan Jeffers in lane 3. Addison Abreu in lane 4. Nathan Moykins in lane 5. Jack Eady in lane 6. Ryan Kornacki. So I watched this race very interestingly because not only because my daughter is obviously in the race, but we also just returned from a week-long vacation in which my daughter missed 10 swim practices, a whole week of swim. So we'll see how she did. Well, she swam, ironically enough, where we went on vacation, there was also a 16-year-old swimmer from Swim Atlanta who we met on the first day. And Addison swam with her every day, but, you know, it wasn't like regular practice, so will be interesting to see how Addison makes out here. So Jack Eady, the leader in lane 3. Oh, that's a good question from Jeremy Woodsmall. How many apple cider donuts can you put down in one sitting? Whew. So, many, right? I would say many, but I guess, Jeremy, it would depend. Are we talking apple cider munchkins? What are the size of the donuts? You know, are they the little, like, smaller donuts? Are they like the big honkin' donuts that you get at those fancy boutique donut places? Oh, apple cider donuts. You know who has great donuts? And I know the Connors family, if anybody is listening to me, they will love this. If you've ever been to Santa's Village in Jefferson, New Hampshire, it's a vacation spot that we go to every single summer. And actually, we usually go with the Connors family. They have some of the best donuts around. They're not apple cider, but they're little munchkins. You get them in a bag. They're all covered with powdered sugar and cinnamon sugar and everything. Oh, if you've been to Santa's Village, you know Jack Eady remains the leader in lane 5. Elizabeth Nesta in lane 1, the 17-year-old from Commonwealth. In second, she's being pushed by Addison Abreu in lane 3, but Jack Eady in lane 5. Jack's mother on the live stream, Jack's father down here officiating. So it's an all Eady event. So we have Eady, Nesta, Abreu, 1, 2, 3 in that order here in heat number 4. Now, Jeremy Woodsmall, I know you're out in your big Suburban out there watching here. You can't mention apple cider donuts and then not bring any apple cider donuts to the meet this weekend. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I really don't need apple cider donuts after vacation for a week, as my trusty sidekick points out. However, I mean, who turns down donuts? Nobody. Can't turn down a donut. So interesting developments here. Looks like Abreu and Eady now battling and Nestor. So it looks like Abreu has taken over the lead. Addison Abreu, lane 3. 15-year-old from Gators. Came in with a 5:19.16. So Woody, we're going to see about some apple cider donuts this weekend. Oh, fresh apple pie with cheddar cheese. Now see, BB Kavik, you had me at apple pie. And I know this is another hotly debated topic, but I know there are a lot of people that put cheese on their apple pie. They'll put a slice of cheese on the top. And I, for one, have never done it in my life. I'm tempted to try it this year. I love cheese. I love apple pie. I don't see them as being like complimentary, but I may try it. I may have to try it. So coming down the stretch here, Jack Eady has taken over the lead. It will be Eady. Abreu fading a little here, so it was Eady takes first. Elizabeth Nestor takes second. Abreu takes third. 0.7 of a second separated first and third. So that's a wrap on heat number 4. Heat number 5, Emily Richardson in 1, Jonathan Fioli-Haughey in 2, Moritz Gerhard in 3, Lydia Kraft in 4, Savannah Lombardi in lane 5, and Nate Derby in lane 6. This is heat number 5 of 17, and William Hoover asks, how many swimmers make the Olympic trials, and how many of those actually make the Olympic team? That's a good question. I'll have to get back to you on that. I know, obviously, less than 1% of USA swimming swimmers make the Olympic team. Yeah, I think the Olympic, I think it's more than 20. We'll have to get a better answer on that one for you. I'll do some research on that one tonight. I know we had several local swimmers last year who made different waves of the Olympic trials. Multiple different qualifying time waves. Caleb Maldari, Zuri Ferguson, Summer Smith, Josh Parent. Those are all local swimmers. I believe they're all on Bluefish, actually, that made Olympic trials. But we'll get your number on that, William, as we watch Jonathan Fioli-Haughey in lane 2. He's followed by Moritz Gerhard in 3. They are your leaders. Lydia Kraft, the 12-year-old, in lane 4. So Fioli-Haughey, your leader, and Lydia Kraft in lane 4, both 12 years old. Fioli-Haughey from Anglerfish, Kraft from Gators. Gerhard also a Gators swimmer. Oh, William Hoover, look at that. 1850 and 50. Wow. So almost 2,000 swimmers make trials. 50 make the Olympic team. It's really staggering, and you really have to have everything on your side. You know, skill, luck, timing, everything has to be on your side. Just think about if the Olympics weren't postponed for a year, the Olympic team probably would have looked different. There might have been that one or two or a handful of swimmers who would have made the team in 20 that wouldn't have made it in 21, and vice versa. So wow, that's a staggering number. Good stat, William. Keep them coming. Johnson's Roadside Farm in Swansea, yes, one of my favorites for apple pie. So living in Seekonk as I do, we go to Johnson's all the time. They're a go-to for the apple pie as we watch Jonathan Fioli-Haughey in first, Lydia Kraft in second. Moritz Gerhard in third. Almost 3/4 of a way through. Cold hard cider. So Russ Zito talking about Cold Hollow up in Vermont. But yes, Joan, I will agree. Johnson's Roadside Farm, good apple cider donuts, good apple pie. They have good everything. I actually get their apple pie that has walnuts on the top. You like that? Ladies and gentlemen, we have found the one person in the United States who does not like apple pie. My partner. Okay. No apple pie for her, more for me. So if you want to bring some apple pie tomorrow, I will be eating it all. She will be getting none. As you watch Jonathan Fioli-Haughey, he's on his 17th lap. I had the pleasure of meeting Jonathan and his family out in the parking lot last year, or last season, I should say, earlier this year. Oh, no, they weren't in the hammock. Nope, the hammock was Roger Bonin from Crimson at the time. They're Audrey and Kelsey now both swim for Rhode Island Aquatic Club, the new swimming team in New England. But Jonathan Fioli-Haughey, he will be your winner. He's made his final turn, Lydia, so it's going to be the two 12-year-olds, ironically, 1 and 2. So Fioli-Haughey goes a 5:14.96. It will be Lydia Kraft who will take second out of lane 4, a 5:21.20. And Moritz Gerhard will take third from lane 3. Oh no. Scoreboard has Nate Derby taking third. So check Meet Mobile on that. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes there's a soft touch on the touchpads. But regardless, Fioli-Haughey and Kraft, your winners in heat number 5. Heat number 6, Jarrett Zito in lane 1. My partner's daughter, Julia Pelchat, in lane 2. Kirsten Thorne in 3, Ella Kunanen in 4, Corinne Cartwright in 5, and Hannah Norton in lane 6. BB Kavik mentions, do not forget Apple Crisp. I won't forget Apple Crisp. I love it. Apple Crisp with vanilla ice cream? Oh, see, I'm a big Apple Crisp with vanilla ice cream. All day. Put it in one of those cast iron skillets. Ooh. I am all over that. As you watch Pelchat in lane 2 out to the early lead. Okay, so Zito and Pelchat battling here, but it is Zito out to the early lead. So Jarrett Zito, 13-year-old from Anglerfish. Pelchat, the 16-year-old from Gators. 1 and 2 right now in lanes 1 and 2. Jarrett Zito, Julia Pelchat. Ella Kunanen from the Storm, 3rd place out of lane number 4. Jarrett Zito in lane 1, Julia Pelchat in lane 2. The leaders almost halfway through. The Zito comes in with a time of 5:33.60. Pelchat comes in with a 5:31.92. I'm just trying to think of other fall desserts that I love. I mean, it really begins and ends with apple cider donuts and apple pie. You know, apple crisp will take third. No, pumpkin, no. I am not a pumpkin guy at all. No, thank you. I do not want your pumpkin pie. I don't want your pumpkin spice Dunkin' Donuts. Please, get out of here with that. No pumpkin. Again, another thing my wife is shaking her head at right now, loves all things pumpkin, I should say. As you see Zito in lane 1, continuing in the lead, followed by Pelchat. Zito in 1, Pelchat in 2. Sizable lead they have over the field at this point. Looks like it's Corinne Cartwright in lane 5, battling with Kirsten Thorne from Kingfish for that third place position. But Zito and Pelchat pacing right now. Looks like Cartwright could be in the lead. Let's see what the scoreboard tells us here. And it was Thorne in third place, Cartwright in fourth. Oh, rhubarb and a lot of mixed berries. Yep, strawberry rhubarb pie. Love it. My grandmother used to make it. Fantastic fall dessert, strawberry rhubarb pie. So Zito, Pelchat, Thorne, 1, 2, 3. Here in Heat 6 of 17. Once again, folks, we will be here bright and early tomorrow morning. I will be here. My partner won't. I will have Chris Mannion with me tomorrow and Sunday morning. There's the bell for Jarrett Zito. So really good pacing by Zito and Pelchat, too, for that matter, throughout this race. Nice, even, smooth freestyle strokes. Thorne occupying third right now. But it will be Jarrett Zito with about 12 yards to go. He will take heat number 6. .5:25.52. Pelchat will come in second. She'll go a 5:31.39. Drops for both of those swimmers. And it will be Kirsten Thorne in third from Kingfish, 5:42.29. So Jarrett Zito, your Heat 6 winner. And with that, Russ is out. Jarrett is done swimming. Russ is out. Thank you, Russ. See you this weekend, my friend. Heat 7 of 17. Lane 1, Alex Strand. In lane 2, Evan Keefe. In lane 3, Meredith Brown. In lane 4, Anya Rao. In lane 5, Henry Perda. And in lane 6, Isabella Bobasea. Top time coming in belongs to Meredith Brown, 5:34.93. For Brown's 13-year-old from Kingfish. But it's Evan Keefe in lane 2, the 17-year-old from Kingfish, out to the early lead. We're up to 70 viewers, so once again, folks, really appreciate you all taking the time to join us here this evening in our opening distance session of the season opener for the short course season here at Seekonk High School in Seekonk, Massachusetts. We're here all 3 days, 2 sessions tomorrow, 2 sessions on Sunday, as Evan Keefe builds his lead, followed by Anya Rao in lane 4 from Commonwealth. Keith, the 17-year-old from Kingfish. Rao, the 16-year-old from Commonwealth. Third place is a battle between Kingfish swimmers Meredith Brown and Henry Purda. Brown, the 13-year-old from Kingfish. Purda, 14-year-old from Kingfish. But it is Evan Keefe in lane 2, almost halfway through this 500, maintaining his lead. So Keefe and Rao in lanes 2 and 4 remain your leaders. And at a little over the halfway mark, it is Anya Real from Commonwealth who has taken over the lead. She's a 16-year-old in lane number 4. She came in with a time of 5:35.51. Seems to be getting a little bit stronger as the race goes on. She's 3/4 of the way through her 20 laps. So Anya Rao from Commonwealth, the leader, Evan Keefe from Kingfish in second. And it's Isabella Bobasea from the Storm in lane number 6 at the top of your screen. So Real, black cap in lane 4, Keefe, red cap in lane 2, Bobasea, white cap in lane number 6. There's the bell for Real. Bobasea in lane number 6 has moved into second place now. Evan Keefe in third. And Alex Strand in lane 1 making a strong push at Keefe. So Keefe, your leader for about almost 3/4 of this race. See if Strand can catch him. Rayo will finish in touch first out of lane 4. Bobasea in second. It's going to be Strand and Keefe in lanes 1 and 2. Who's going to take third? And it is Alex Strand. She will take third. So the 17-year-old from Commonwealth will move on to heat number 8. Ayana Folga in lane 1. Jaden Violi Hawhey in 2. Jada Green in lane 3. Henley Chen in 4. Alex Keefe in 5, and Emma Cates in lane 6. Top time coming in belongs to Jada Green. She's a 15-year-old from Commonwealth. 5:38.70, the time for Green. Henley Chen, the early leader, the 17-year-old from Commonwealth. We saw Henley win his heat, I believe, in the, I thought it was the 200 IM, but maybe not. It was the 400 IM earlier. So Chen building on the lead. Ayana Fulgar in lane 1, in second right now. Followed by Alex Keefe in lane 5. We just saw Evan Keefe from Kingfish in the previous heat. This is his brother, Alex. Alex, the younger of the Keefe brothers, at 14 years old. Okay, so William Hoover asks, what was the first competitive stroke dating back to the 1st century? Freestyle, right? I feel like it's a trick question, though. Maybe it's backstroke. William, I'm going to go with backstroke. That's my final answer. That was the first competitive stroke dating back to the 1st century. Think how long ago that was. Could be some stroke that we don't even know. Keith Maloney asks, will this meet continue tomorrow? Yes. So it definitely will continue tomorrow. The 12 and unders have the morning session tomorrow. The 13 and overs have the afternoon session. I don't have exact times, although actually I do have exact times. Hold on one second. So tomorrow and Sunday, the meet starts at 8:20 for the 12 and unders. And the 13 and overs, Saturday and Sunday, the meet starts at 1:50. So that's 1:50. So there's your update on the times, 8:20 and 1:50. So William Hoover says no, it wasn't the backstroke. So it's got to be freestyle. Or maybe the side stroke. Only 2 of the 4 competitive stroke choices left. Well, it can't be breaststroke. Well, William, I'm at a loss. This is an interesting question. I think we need that answer. Survey says so there was no bell for Henry Chen. Was there a bell? Did we miss the bell, or did the officials miss the bell? Or maybe that wasn't the bell lap. So Chen is finished. He'll take first. 5:19.98. There was no bell, so we didn't get a bell lap there. Second place will go to lane number 6, Emma Cates from Kingfish. Or actually, the scoreboard has Ayana Folger taking second, Emma Cates taking third, so check Meet Mobile for that. We'll move on to heat number 9, and it was breaststroke. Breaststroke, the first competitive stroke. Wow. Heat number 9 is off and running. Braylon Wilson in lane 2. Sarah Pescott in 3. Noah Richardson in 4. Eliza Cohen in 5. Ryan Vocchio in lane 6. Lane 1 is open. Braylon Wilson out to the early lead along with Ryan Vocchio in lane 6. So many swimmers tonight swimming in multiple events, which is, I would say it's not very common, swimming 2 distance events in the night, but many swimmers are pulling this off. Braylon Wilson swam in the 400 IM earlier. Here you see her in lane 2, swimming in the 5 free. But it's Ryan Vocchio from Gators in lane 6. The leader, followed by Noah Richardson in lane 4. So Vocchio and Richardson 1 and 2 right now. Richardson approaching the halfway mark and has taken over the lead from Vocchio. So Noah Richardson, the 14-year-old from the Storm, came in with a 5:47.19. He continues to be the leader, followed by Vocchio in lane number 6. So should be some very tired swimmers tonight, especially those who swam in multiple events this evening here at Seekonk High School. Richardson remains in the lead. As we move into the 6 o'clock hour, we are just about, actually a little past halfway through the 500 free tonight. Noah Richardson, your leader in heat number 9. Richardson, Vocchio, and Wilson, 1, 2, 3 in that order. All of the swimmers on lap 18. There's the bell, so Richardson will hear the bell. He has built up a considerable lead over Ryan Vocchio in 6 and Braylon Wilson. Sarah Pescod now making her move in lane 3. So Pescod was lurking in 4th or 5th place for most of this race. Richardson will take it. The fight for 2nd will be between Vocchio and Wilson, and it looks like it will be Wilson followed by Vocchio. So Richardson, Wilson, Vocchio, 1, 2, 3 in that order. As we move into heat number 10. And our trivia continues. When were goggles first used in the Olympics? Get you these lineups first before I ponder that. Cormac Hughes in lane 1, Noel San Marco in lane 2, Charlie Hoover in 3, Grace Lunardelli in 4, Vivian Wienert in 5, and Anna Zafran in lane 6. When were goggles first used? Oh, I think they were used before then. When was Mark Spitz? So I'm going to say goggles were first used in the Olympics in 1954. No? 1954, William, that's my final answer as you watch Charlie in lane 3. Out early, but he's being pushed here by Noel San Marco in lane 2, Cormac Hughes in lane 1, and Vivian Wienert in lane 6. It is Cormac Hughes, your heat leader right now, out of lane 1. Oh, Zafran. All right. Zafran. Anna Zafran. I should have known that. Folks, I mess up and I butcher a lot of names. Take no offense to it. I appreciate the help, Carrie. Zafran like Afrin. I like that. That's a good, I'll always remember that now. So Cormac Hughes remains the leader in lane 1, 13-year-old from Gators, 5:56.94. And it wasn't 1954, William tells me. What's your guess, Elisa? I need a year. Elisa says 1970. Like, you know, we don't know the, I mean, I'm sure we could do the math and go back and figure out every Olympic year, but, you know, 1970, give or take 4 years, right? '70, 1976, what a great year. There were amazing people were born in 1976. That's why I didn't know the answer, William. So Charlie Hoover has taken over the lead. So Charlie Hoover, 15-year-old from Commonwealth, Charlie must have known, William, that you were so active in the chat right now, because she's putting on quite a performance here in lane 3. Through 13 laps, Charlie Hoover, your leader, followed by Noel San Marco and Cormac Hughes in lanes 2 and 1 respectively. Vivian Wienert in lane 5, not to be counted out. So Hoover with a pretty comfortable lead. San Marco and Hughes are battling for second place at the bottom of your screen. Lanes 1 and 2, it looks like it's San Marco who has pulled a little bit ahead of Hughes. Charlie Hoover continuing to maintain almost a 2 body length lead on San Marco, Hughes, and Wienert. So who will blink first in lanes 1 or 2? And I'll tell you, Vivian Wienert in lane 5 has really put her foot on the gas here. She's going to challenge for second. And it may be Wienert who is actually in second right now. Too close to call between Wienert and San Marco. It was San Marco by about 3/10. So the bell toils for Charlie Hoover. She will put on the jets for her final 25. She'll be your heat 10. Winner, so Charlie Hoover taking first. Vivian Wienert will take second. Noel San Marco will take third. Grace Lunar-Deli, the 11-year-old, the youngest swimmer in this particular heat, she'll take fifth. And just like that, we will move into heat number 11. Of 17. Her father tells me she hates freestyle. Wow. Well, she should start to like it, because she just put in a very good performance there as we move on to heat number 11. And I'm with you, Aaron Wallace. 1976, that was the year. Lane 1, Izzy Alonso. Lane 2, Gabriel Oliva Booth. Lane 3, Aiden Wallace. Lane 4, Charlotte Kaiser. Lane 5, Tatum Lombardi. And lane 6, it will be Luke Richards. All Gators here with the exception of lane 2. That's Gabriel Oliva Booth in lane 2. And as fate would have it, it is Oliva Booth, your early leader, 12 years old, from Anglerfish Aquatics. Stanley Kaiser checking in just in time for his granddaughter Charlotte. She's in lane 4. Wearing the black Gators cap with the yellow trim. And you know what, folks? I'm just going to take that scoreboard off the screen right now because it's more of a tease that we don't have it up and running. But we're going to work on that, get that up and running for tomorrow for you. Oliva Booth continues in the lead, starting to get pushed on the inside by Aiden Wallace in lane number 3. So Oliva Booth, Wallace, and then Tatum Lombardi in lane number 5. Younger sister of Savannah Lombardi, who we saw swim a little bit earlier here in the 500. So Gabriel Oliva Booth being chased by Aiden Wallace. A little over halfway through this 500. Will Wallace be able to catch him? We've seen Wallace with some outstanding closing speed in the past make up some pretty large deficits. We'll see what Wallace can do here. We'll see how far he's actually behind on the near side. So judging by the distance, I'm going to say a good 4 seconds. And it is 4-second lead by Oliva Booth over Aiden Wallace. Almost 3/4 of the way through our 500 freestyle here. Of course, we're in heat number 11 of 17. Let's see if Wallace has cut into that deficit. Looks about the same. He has. He has 2-second deficit now for Wallace. We've seen him come back in the past. You see that white water churning behind him, starting to pick up the intensity on his kicks. So it's been Oliva Booth this whole race, but here comes Aiden Wallace, is now in his hip pocket. Wallace has cut the deficit to less than 1 second. So Aiden Wallace in lane 3, Gabriel Oliva Booth in lane 2 from Anglerfish. Three lengths to go for both of them. It looks like Wallace, just when he's about to get over the hump, he slows down a little bit. Oliva Booth now getting a little jolt from the bell. He's built up a 2-second lead, so Wallace needs to make up 2 seconds in the final 50 here. Either way, it's been a great race between Gabriel Oliva Booth and Aiden Wallace. So Oliva Booth with a little late burst here will take first from Anglerfish. He'll go a 5:54.17. Aiden Wallace will take second with a 5:57.70. Third place looks like it's going to go to Tatum Lombardi from Gators. So Lombardi will take third. Oliva Booth first. Wallace second. Lombardi third. Here in heat number 11. We're going to move into heat number 12, where if you're not familiar with this swimmer from Gators, Madeline Babcock will be in lane number 1. Madeline is legally blind, and how she swims and is aware of the wall is very impressive and interesting. You will see as we get going shortly. Let me give you these lane assignments. Madeline Babcock in lane 1, Nico Wienert in 2, Kathleen Rossi in 3, Avery Trin in 4, Caitlin McIntyre in 5, and Amanda Abbott in lane 6. So Madeline Babcock, the legally blind swimmer from Gators in lane 1. You will see that she has on both ends a coach, and I believe that's her mother at the far end of the pool, positioned with a long pole with some foam at the end, and they will tap her on the head when it's time for her to make her turn. So you'll get a good view of this here in lane number 1. There's the tap, there's the turn, executed perfectly. A lot of pressure on the coach there to make sure that they're tapping Madeline at the right time. We've seen Madeline put in a number of impressive performances over the past year and a half, not only in the distance events, but in other events as well. Nico Wienert, though, is the story right now, 11 years old from Gators in lane number 2. The very early leader, a quarter of the way through the race. So Wienert is followed closely by her teammate Kathleen Rossi in lane number 3. Amanda Abbott in 6. Avery Trin in lane 4. They're all vying for third. But it remains Wienert followed by Rossi. Wienert remaining in first here in lane number 2. She came in with a 6:25.24. Our timers here in lane number 2, we have Kat Lee giving some encouragement to the Gator swimmers. Wienert remains the leader. Ooh, first swimmer inducted into the Swimming Hall of Fame. See that now, William, that's not fair, because you know now I was born in 1976, and probably the first swimmer was inducted well before 1976. I can't even think of any old school swimmers. Mark Spitz. Wienert remains in the lead in lane number 2. She's followed by Kathleen Rossi in lane number 3. So Wienert and Rossi, lanes 2 and 3. Avery Trin in lane 4. So it's 1, 2, 3 Gators right now. Almost 3/4 of the way through. keeping a close eye on Kathleen Rossi in lane 3. Her mother, Bethany, who's timing in lane number 5. You see her shouting some words of encouragement as she made her turn there. So Nico Wienert firmly with a good hold on first place. Rossi second, Trin third. Oh, who was the first Tarzan? You would know this, Elisa. Oh, I thought it was right at your time. If I knew who the first Tarzan was, I bet you when I hear this name, I might even know it. There's the bell for Nico Wienert. Nico has led wire to wire here in this 12th heat of the 500 freestyle. So Wienert finishes up in a 6:00.41. Kathleen Rossi will take second. Rossi goes a 6:16.96. Avery Trin in lane 4 will take third. So Wienert, Rossi, Trin, 1, 2, 3. As Babcock finishes up in lane number 1. Ellie Coolidge in lane 1, Moises Roman in 2, Fiona Hughes in 3, Maeve Gleason in 4, Fabi Petraka in lane 5, and Brooke Abbott in lane 6. Brooke, a 10-year-old. Swimming here. So Fiona Hughes in lane 3 out to the very early So it was Hughes early, but it's Ellie Coolidge in lane 1, bottom of your screen. A little bit of an obstructed view, but there you go. There you see our leader in lane 1, Ellie Coolidge. She's followed by Fiona Hughes in lane number 3. As we approach 1 hour and 23 minutes into the 500. Started this event at 5 o'clock, 6:23 here on the East Coast. And Ellie Coolidge and Fiona Hughes continue to lead the field. Moises Roman from Anglerfish right there as well. So if we take a look at the far end, Lanes 1, 2, and 3 tightly bunched up there. It looks like it could be Moises Roman, the 11-year-old from Anglerfish, who is actually in the lead. So Moises Roman in lane 2, followed closely by Fiona Hughes and Ellie Kudich in lane 1. Those are your top 3 swimmers. About halfway through the 500 here this evening from Seekonk High School. Melissa Hughes, normally one of our most visible parents, finally chiming in on the live stream. Says, let's go, Fiona. Good evening, Melissa. Good to hear from you. So it's Moises Roman out of lane 2, leading the way, followed by Fiona Hughes in 3, followed by Ellie Kudich in lane 1. That's another name I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly. Ellie Kudich, Kudej. So if Ellie's mother or father or anybody in the family is out there listening and you want to give me a phonetic spelling of Ellie's last name, that would be appreciated. I think it's Kudich. But that's what I'm going to go with until I hear otherwise. So Moises Roman, Fiona Hughes, Ellie Kudich, 1, 2, 3 as well. Apple crumble. So another late dessert to the party. And apple crumble, listen, anything with apple, I'm all in on. Apple streusel, I'm all in on anything apple. Big fan of apples. One of my favorite ways to eat an apple is to cut it up with peanut butter, and it's got to be chunky peanut butter because I need the crunch. The apple isn't crunchy enough. No, once you get past that outer layer, it's not really that crunchy. Moises Roman continues his lead out of lane 2. Again, followed by Fiona Hughes. In lane 3, Ellie Kudich in lane 1. There's the bell for Moises Roman. He's got 50 left in heat 13 of 17 of the 500 freestyle. Fiona Hughes will take second. I believe Ellie Kudich will take third. I believe she's a lap ahead of lanes 4, 5, and 6. I could be wrong, but Moises Roman will hit the flags, will get you his winning time momentarily, and he will go a 6:12.04. Coming in second, it will be Fiona Hughes. Hughes will go a 6:26 flat. Third place will actually come from lane 4, and that's Maeve Gleason from Kingfish. Should go a 6:27.11. So it was Roman, Hughes, and Gleason, 1, 2, 3 in that order to close out heat number 13. Frank McGee in lane 1, Gemma Kent in lane 2, Hunter Dubois in lane 3, Emily Pelchat in lane 4, Ava Vincent in lane 5, and Henry Frazier in lane 6. Final 4 heats of the evening here in the 500 freestyle. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning. The 12 and under start at 8:20 a.m. We should be signing on, going live right around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So again, we hope to have our scoreboard issues straightened out for you. So Emily Pelchat and Henry Frazier, 1 and 2 right now, with Frank McGee also fighting in lane number 1. But it looks like it's Pelchat in lane 4. It is. The very early lead. Frank McGee, 13 years old. Gemma Kent, 11. Hunter Dubois, 13. Emily Pelchat, also 11. Ava Vincent, 13. And rounding out the field, Henry Frazier, the 17-year-old. He's in lane number 6. He's built a little bit of a lead on Pelchat here now in lane number 6. So Frazier, Pelchat, McGee, 1, 2, 3 right now. Again, we're early on here in the 500 freestyle heat, 14 of 17. So Frazier, Pelchat, and McGee holding tight. 1, 2, 3. Henry Frazier, top of your screen in lane number 6, yellow cap. Followed by Emily Pelchat in lane 4, black cap, yellow trim. Followed by Frank McGee in lane 1, no cap. Frank McGee's letting the hair flow in lane number 1. He's from Crimson. McGee's Crimson teammate, Ava Vincent. I think we got a little nickname going on here for Ava. Biddy Vincent is the nickname for Ava. She's in lane number 5. But Henry Frazier remains in first. Emily Pelchat in second. McGee is in third, although Hunter Dubois making a little bit of a move here in lane number 3. But it is Frazier. Pelchat had the early lead through the first couple of lengths. She's held pretty strong in second place now, going into lap 13. Frank McGee is in third, but again, Hunter Dubois in lane number 3, pushing to try and challenge McGee for third place. So Pelchat remains in second. Henry Frazier in first. Frank McGee in third. This has been the order since about the third lap of the race. We're on the 15th. 3/4 of the way through the race. It's Henry Frazier in lane number 6. There's the bell for Henry Frazier out of lane number 6, followed by Emily Pelchat in lane 4. Frank McGee now a distant third. Hunter Dubois in lane 3, trying to make a push to get into third place. I'm not sure if she will. Frazier has 25 to go. He will undoubtedly be a winner. Pelchat will take second. It looks like McGee will take third. Hate to call a race early, but this is the way it is shaping out as our winner, Henry Frazier, touches the wall in a time of 6:25.44. He'll be followed by Pelchat. She's hit the flags. She'll touch in a time of 6:38.24. And it will be Frank McGee, 6:41.71. Moving on to heat number 15, our final 3 heats of the evening. Ava Vincent will finish up here in lane number 5. (7:31.31) the time for Vincent as we move on to heat number 15. Jack Tesson in lane 1, Maddie Hardison in 2, Lily Jonkis in 3, Mary Lee in 4, Genevieve Chase in lane 5, and William Park in lane 6. Starting to see some of our younger swimmers here at the final 3 heats. Mary Lee, 10 years old, in lane number 4. Jack Tesson out to the early lead, followed by Lily Jonkis in lane number 3. "45 of you still with us this evening as we wind down the opening session of the season opener here at Seekonk High School. Once again, a big welcome to all of the families tuning in from the Gators, Commonwealth, Kingfish, Anglerfish, Crimson. I think that's all the teams. 5 teams? I believe that's it. This is how Gators has done swim meets over the past year and a half. We've been fortunate enough to be able to live stream here from Seekonk High School. We anticipate being back into Brown University at some point this year. And unfortunately, when we do, I do not think that the streaming option is going to continue, although there's always a chance. I'm sure many of you are chomping at the bit to get back into the buildings to be able to see these 4-hour meets live and just sit there. I say that very sarcastically because if it was up to me, I would definitely choose to watch these from the comfort of my house on TV and not be tied down to one particular venue. So I know our next meet after this one, I believe it's a distance event. It's a one-day meet, October 24th, which is my youngest daughter Avery's birthday, so she'll be swimming on her birthday. Avery will turn 10. And trust me, she will let everyone that's within earshot around her know it's her birthday on October 24th. I should get Avery a birthday swim cap. I may look for one. Maybe I'll have one made. Yeah. Just about halfway through here. So I believe our leader is Lily Jonkis in lane number 3. And I am wrong. It is Jack Tesson who is our leader in lane number 1. So Jack Tesson, the 14-year-old from Kingfish. So Jack's sister, I presume, Katie, swam earlier in the 400 IM. Here we have Jack in the 500 free, your leader in lane number 1. He came in with a time of 7:01.74. So Jack on lap number 17 right now. Jack cruising along here. Once again, the 14-year-old from Kingfish. There's the bell for Jack. So he will finish strong in his final 25 here. Tesson will finish with a 5:36.23. So Jack Tesson, your winner of heat number 15, 5:36.23. Looks like Lily Jonkis is in second place in lane number 3. Jonkis will make the turn for her final 25. Jack Tesson just chilling on the wall, cruising to a 5:36.23 time, which is a significant drop of his 7:01.74. Lily Jonkis will take second, 6:26.60. About a 30-second time drop there. Third place will come from lane 5. Genevieve Chase from Anglerfish Aquatics. She'll go a 6:33.25, and we're moving into our final 2 heats of the evening as Lori Hero checks in with a good evening. Yes, Lori, good evening. We are almost done. My partner has left, so I am in charge of switching the camera, talking, and controlling everything. So apologies in advance, folks, if I'm a little late with the transition. Probably going to try and keep it wide for a while. Great start in lane 1 by Charlotte Erickson. Sam Howes in lane 2, Haley Ferreira in lane 3, Sam Woody Woodsmall in lane 4, Miles Goncalves in lane 5, and Wiley Sharner Laird in lane 6. All Gator swimmers, with the exception of lane 6, Wiley Sharner Laird, 11-year-old from Commonwealth. So probably going to keep it to these 2 angles here, so I don't get confused and mess up, as I'm prone to do when I'm handling everything. As you can see, a pretty tight race right now. All the swimmers just about even in our second to last race of the evening. We do have a 9-year-old, Sam Howes, in lane 2. Ironically, it looks like Sam is in the lead here, or close to the lead. It looks like Miles Goncalves in lane 5 is your leader. So Miles Goncalves building up a little bit of a lead very early here. He's next to Sam Woodsmall. Who's in lane 4. So Miles Goncalves the 11-year-old from Gators, he comes in with a time of 7:34.90. Miles, one of those swimmers that looks to get a little bit stronger as the race goes on. Sam Woodsmall, though, is going to give him all he can in lane number 4. Goncalves in 5, Sam Woodsmall in 4. Haley Ferreira in lane number 3. Goncalves remains your leader. Out of lane number 5. So Goncalves, Woodsmall, Ferreira, 1, 2, 3 in that order in our second to last race of the evening here at Seekonk High School. 6:47 on the East Coast. Should have this thing wrapped up by 7 o'clock. I know I am extremely hungry. I'm ready to have some good dinner, get a good night's sleep to power me through this marathon weekend that we're about to have here with our short course season opener. Goncalves and Woodsmall continue to pace the field, 1 and 2. Haley Ferreira remains in 3rd. Sam Howes, though, making a move in lane 2, the youngest swimmer in this heat. Making a move in lane number 2. Goncalves and Woodsmall. Whoops. They remain 1 and 2. Haley Ferreira 3rd. A little over halfway through the race right now. You saw Sam Woodsmall's brother, and I believe both sisters, Vivian and Violet, swim earlier this evening in the 2 IM. I hope I'm right with that. I think they all swam. Yep. Yes, they did. Vivian and Violet were in heat number 1, Ben in heat number 3. Now you see Sam, all Woodsmall all the time here at Seekonk High School. And we're going to see if Sam can kick it in and chase down Miles Goncalves, but I don't know, it's going to be a tall task. Goncalves looking very strong here. In lane number 5. I'd say Goncalves has about a 2-second lead on Woodsmall. Let's see what the scoreboard tells us as we hit this end. Less than a second lead for Goncalves. Sam Woodsmall starting to kick it into high gear. He's in lane number 4 with the black cap and yellow letters. Woody hanging tough. There's the bell for Goncalves. He's built that lead to about 2.5 seconds, so if Woodsmall's going to catch him, he needs to really make that move now. A lot of white water behind him. Woodsmall starts with the powerful kick. Looks like Goncalves is slowing down here as they hit the wall. So at the flags, and it will be Miles Goncalves. He'll take first in lane 5. 7:13.62. Woodsmall goes to 7:15.33. Third place will go to Haley Ferreira in lane 3. And Haley will go a 7:29.07. And that, folks, takes us to our last heat of the evening. Heat 17 of 17. It's been a long night, but it's been a good night of racing here as you watch Charlotte Erickson finish up in lane number 1. Good swim there by Erickson. But here's our night, folks. Heat 17 of 17. A lot of confusion on the start here. Okay, so the swimmers started early, or to be honest, I don't know what happened. But it's not a disqualification situation. It looks like the horn might have went off a little early. So Benjamin Morse in lane 2, Amelia Gant in 3, and Michael Brown in 4. They'll come back to the blocks and reset. So Benjamin Morse getting some instruction in lane 2. Not really sure what happened there. I don't think the swimmers were entirely set. Now they are. We're ready to go. Heat number 17. I'm exhausted talking, Lori. Here we go. Swimmers up on the blocks. And we're off. Our final heat of the evening, heat number 17. Ben Morse in lane 2. Amelia Gant in lane 3, Michael Brown in lane 4. Whoops, sorry about that. Forgot that I had to switch the cameras. Going to keep you on that wide shot and the tight, tight shot here at the near end for the rest of this race. So again, this is heat 17 of 17. Our final 500 freestyle heat of the evening at Seekonk High School to cap out a great distance session opener tonight. So Amelia Gant in lane 3. So Amelia Gant leading the way about halfway through the race here. Our final heat of the evening. Once again, we will be back with you tomorrow morning at about 8 o'clock. Looking forward to a very exciting weekend of racing. At Seekonk High School as Amelia Gant remains in first place. I'll tell you, with all of that food talk earlier, I'm craving a little apple pie right now. And those apple cider donuts with which Jeremy Woodsmall put in my head that now I can't get out. So once again, for the parents who have swimmers tomorrow, the sessions are going to be a little bit longer than our COVID type sessions. More in line with a regular swim meet, probably 3 to 4 hours, or at least between 3 and 4 hours. So if you have an opportunity to watch the race from somewhere other than the parking lot, you should definitely take advantage of that. Amelia Gant continues to be in the lead, followed by Michael Brown in lane 4 and Benjamin Morse in lane 2. All Kingfish swimmers here. Morse, 9 years old from Kingfish. Gant, 13. Michael Brown, 10 years old. I believe this is the first time each of them have swam the 500 freestyle, as they have come in with no time. So Amelia Gant has 4 lengths left. Apologize right there. The button got stuck on the camera switcher. We're back in business here, watching Amelia Gant in lane number 3 from Kingfish. She'll get the bell here. As you can see in the pool, there are not many people left. Most of the swimmers have long departed for the evening. Only a handful of swimmers left. So it will be Amelia Gant who takes our final heat of the 500 free. We'll get you her time momentarily. Amelia will go a 6:57.02. She'll be followed by Michael Brown, a 7:05.34. And Benjamin Morse will take third out of lane number 2. So that's a wrap on our distance session tonight here from Seekonk High School. We look forward to an exciting weekend of swimming. Please join us for the 12 and under session, which will start at approximately 8:20 tomorrow morning, and our 13-year-old session and over will start at 1:50. So once again, coming to you live from Seekonk High School in Seekonk, Massachusetts, I am Jeremy Abreu signing off. Have a great evening, and we will see you all tomorrow.